Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. And okay, let me see who's here. There we go. Now, for sure, I know some of my slides are way out of order, but we'll make it do what it do. Okay, let me see. I know you can hear me. Let me go and see who was here first. All right. Paulette Claw, thank you so much. Joy Amore, Dansby One, Nash Singby, Sharon Augustine, Mary H., Lorna Williams, Annie Bullard, Lydia Washington. Yes, please make sure you like, subscribe, share. And there is a monthly membership starting at just $4.99. I don't know who it is that has like the platinum or whichever, I don't know, whatever the highest one is, but thank you very much, brave person, whoever that is. I think it might be Lydia, but yeah, somebody actually has the platinum membership. I think it's called, I don't know what it's called. Anyway, but thank you very much for that. Let's see, Lady T, Gwendolyn Daniels. I think I'm repeating myself. Oh man, I think it is going to be a thunderstorm or something because that shoulder is still, oh, it's still disagreeing with me. Let me see here. But yeah, let me see. Well, I don't see anything for weather, but looks like it's all clear tonight. But I promise you, there is a thunderstorm in my shoulder. And such is the plight of the baby boomer. I feel a thunderstorm in my shoulder. Hello, Joan Garcia. Thank you so much for being here. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Oh, H Knight, thank you so much for 18 months membership. Thank you, Amelia Rodriguez. Thank you very much. Yeah, and just in case you may have forgotten, today is my birthday, along with, let me see, where's the list at? There we go. Um, Born November 3rd, Anna Wintour, Kendall Jenner, Colin Kaepernick, Charles Bronson, Dolph Lundgren, Elizabeth Smart, former Governor Michael Dukakis, Roseanne Barr, Kate Capshaw, Lulu, Adam Ant. Let's see, that comedian Dennis Miller. Let me see, it's his birthday. And there's got to be a few other people. But do you guys remember Lulu? Those schoolgirl days of telling tales and biting nails are gone. Why is it so? They will live on and on. And I know I messed the words up. But that is one of my favorite movies is To Sir With Love. What takes the place of climbing trees and bloody knees in the world outside? What is it for you I could buy? If you wanted the moon, I would try to make a start, but I would rather you let me give my heart to Sir with love. Boom, 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 boom. If you've never seen the movie To Sir with Love, you haven't been watching the right movies. That is like one of the best movies ever. And Lulu, of course, sings the soundtrack, and a band called the Mindbenders. Now, that is an obscure detail that only a real fan would know. But yes, there was a band called the Mindbenders, and they also performed the soundtrack of To Sir with Love, starring Sidney Poitier, and a cameo appearance by none other than Patricia Ruffledge, also known as Hyacinth's Bouquet or Mrs. Bucket. Dansbeat1, thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much for being here. And happy Friday to you. Thank you, Sandra Gonzalez. That song is going to be stuck in your head all day. Black Queen, Black Queen, thank you so much. Although you do so much for the channel, but thank you. Happy birthday, Baron. Wishing you all the blessings that life has to offer. We, the squad, are grateful to you for your unwavering dedication to Harry and Meghan and all things good. We love your quirky wit. Keep dragging the trash unroyals on Shutter Island. That is my other favorite. Salt Island and Shutter Island. I love both of those. But thank you so much for the super, super, super sticker. And thank you for being a moderator, part of the Mod Squad. And of course, for for your membership. That's what I'm looking at, the membership. Okay. VS Speaks Royally. I saw your birthday greeting earlier on your community tab. Thank you very much. And Valerie Sedano, thank you so much for the happy birthday super sticker. Greatly appreciate it. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you, Anastasia. Let's see. Marvin Cotto says, good night, everyone. Let's see. This is going to be a party. Happy birthday, Mr. Barron. Once again, God bless you dearly. Thank you so much for that. Okay. Well, as a matter of fact, why don't I do it? I mean, I always do it for everybody else, right? Hello, Ivy here. Wait, I hope I can find Ivy. Hello, Ivy here. Uh-oh. Now, usually it's just right there. And I don't see it. Come on. You got to be there, Ivy. Hello, Ivy here. Bye for now. Bye from Ivy. Bye. Oh, by the way, you guys, remember I said yesterday that I was probably going to get in trouble for that, what's his name? Prince Charles tripping. Well, that was a copyright, but that's okay. I didn't get in trouble. I just had to remove it. But gosh, that was fun. Oh, here we go. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy here. Hello, Ivy. Girl, the Duchess of Sussex won. Meet me at the Royal Sussex party. Nelly's gonna be there. All right, Ivy out. You know what? I have not come down from my high yet. As you know, Oh my goodness. Now, I suppose I can say who sent me a Cash App. Okay, I'll just say the initials. VS. I'll just say the initials like I always do. VS. Thank you so much for the Cash App. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Let's see. Lulu had that great bob haircut. Absolutely, Lulu was rocking that bob back in the day. Yes, that was such a great movie. I always get emotional when I watch To So With Love, and I find myself tearing up. Um, that it was just such a coming of age movie, and they tried to I guess discourage Mr. Thackeray. They were trying to discourage him from staying, and why would you want to be here if you have an engineering degree? And it was just a great movie. I think it was released in 1966, but it really is a fantastic movie. So if you haven't seen To So With Love, I am going to recommend it to you. It's one of the best movies ever. Um, let's see here. Okay. Yeah, Prince Harry still looks. Prince Harry looked kind of awkward when he was, younger, and then suddenly it was just like he. I guess the word blossom doesn't really go for guys, but he blossomed. He evolved, and then all of a sudden he became this incredibly handsome guy. Whereas William began to diverge and lost all of those Spencer good looks he had, and he turned into a monster. Weird the way that worked out, but you know what they say: ugly on the inside, ugly on the outside. Oh, well, let me see. Oh, thank you so much, P. P. Thank you very much for the PayPal, and thank you so much for being here tonight. All right, that was very kind of you. Thank you so much for celebrating Royal Sussex Day. And Olivia Johnson, happy birthday, Baron! You are amazing. You guys, I get embarrassed with compliments. You know that I'm kind of embarrassed, but thank you so much. It's only because of the encouragement that I get from you all that makes this possible. I mean, every time I plan a Royal Sussex, it's with an eye toward or an ear toward the group. So it is truly a group effort. And thank you, TS, for the Cash App. Just got that. And Tony, uh, thank you very much for the birthday greeting. Greatly appreciate it. So, yes, thank you, Tony, and Olivia Johnson, just in case I forgot the bell, but thank you very much. But TB, thank you for the super sticker. You guys, my face is literally burning with I'm kind of blushing, but thank you all so much. And TB, thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. B. Martin, thank you for the super sticker. And thank you for being here tonight. Oh, Gil S, thank you for the super sticker, the roses, and a birthday cake. Thank you. Okay. Oh, all right. One more. Uh-oh. Yeah, listen. I All right, I promise you. If I never said it before, I am truly feeling the love right now. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Susie Q says, happy birthday, Baron. Wishing you many more to come. I'm off to a baby shower. I'll catch up on the replay tomorrow. Love you. Thank you so much, Susie Q. And let's see. Isabella Banks, happy birthday, Baron. More grace to do all you do. Well, thank you so much. I'm. I hope the. I'm. I'm like, okay, now I feel pressured that this should be a very good Royal Sussex today. But, but thank you so much for the super sticker, and thank you so much as always for watching Royal Sussex. And Andrea Allen, a super sticker. Thank you very much. And oh, thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Okay. You guys, I promise you, I'm not just saying this, I'm kind of embarrassed. Happy birthday, Baron. May you have many, many more. Thank you so much, J Matt. And thank you for being a member. Greatly appreciate it. And educate you too. Thank you for the super sticker. And thank you for being here this Friday night or early Saturday morning. Teresa McDougall. That's Canada, right? Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. And oh, BZ, thank you so much for the birthday super sticker. Thank you very much. And thank you, SF, for the cash app. Okay, you guys, my face is sore from smiling. I, you guys are gonna make me start crying in just a minute. I promise you, I'm gonna start getting tears in my eyes. Um, wow. I don't have words, but thank you all so much for the support over the past few years. That has been incredible. Thank you very much, and thank you for helping me celebrate yet another year, another trip around the sun. Khalil Simmerlane, thank you for the super sticker in pounds, no less. And let me see. I promise you, I am so embarrassed right now. I am so embarrassed. Um, let me see. Let's see. Is it? Oh, wait a minute. I think my phone has jammed. This is okay. That's never happened before. All right. Let me see if I can get this sorted out. But I see a couple of PayPal's. Thank you so much for that. My phone just kind of jammed all of a sudden. Um, okay, it says try again. I'm trying again. Oh my goodness. Lavender, happy and blessed birthday another year around this. Lavender, how do we always say the same thing? And I know you put that in before I said it because of the delay. How do we always have that connection? I don't know. But thank you so much for the super sticker or super, yes, well, super chat. And thank you so much for being here tonight. Um, okay. That is so weird. My phone just literally jammed. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. So thank you to RH and HP. Thank you both for the sorry, for the PayPals. And thank you so much again for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. All right. You, I am speechless. I am truly speechless. I thought from last night that for the most part, but thank you so much. Lambert Charles, thank you for being here tonight. And oh, my Venmo buddy, the only Venmo I ever get. Thank you, AB, for the Venmo. Thank you very much. All right. I always say it. I never get Venmos, but thank you so much for that. Okay, you guys, let me drink some water. Okay, I have to say this. Oh, um, you know, okay. Let me try to get this out. Oh. Um, it's an amazing feeling to be in this situation at this point in my life when I wasn't expecting to do much with a YouTube channel, and least of all, like I said, I thought I would just go on, say a couple of clever things, and just go about my business. But it's grew into so much more than that. And for me, a person who has always shied away from groups or organizations and such, um, this is really me out. The channel is not outside of my comfort zone, but every day saying I'm a squatty, that is outside of my comfort zone because it's usually something I just never do. Anything that I have to identify with is always I get nervous about it. And this is something that I could not be more sure of. Um, and we have been family. We have truly been family in this community. And to be a part of it means more than I could put into words. But yeah, thank you all so much. I'm like getting very emotional right now, and I did not mean to do that, but thank you all so much for everything, for every consideration, every day, every single day, and knowing that someone's in the car listening, doing the dishes, cleaning out the closet, making breakfast, or sitting there listening with family or something like that. That is like the best thing that I could hear any given day. Is that you all have been taking me with you into your day to day lives, and that okay, that yeah, it's so funny too because I'm sitting here and I'm talking about the movie To Sir with Love, and this is very much one of those. If you've seen the movie, then you know this is very much like the like the movie. It really is like the movie where Sidney Poitier, Mr. Thackeray, he didn't know the impact that what he was doing was having on other people, and then likewise they could never know. um, they could never know how much they had an impact on him. So that's what I'm trying to say. So thank you all so much, and I promise you this is way more than what I was expecting today. I um I thought we had said most of it last night, but thank you so much. I am whew boy. Thank you. Okay. I'll just say that. Thank you very much. Let's see, and Gromley and Miss Mac. Happy birthday, Baron. May this trip around the sun bring you more love and joy than your heart can hold. I think that has already happened. From, well, let's see. Thank you for all you do. Thank you, Miss Mac, and thank you, Ann Bromley. Is it Lilo Haskin and Vanessa Jones? Thank you both. Vanessa says, "Happy birthday, Baron." Thank you both for the super sticker and the super chat. Okay. Oh, Dora Edgehill, thank you for the super sticker. And let's see. Happy birthday. Stay blessed. Great job. Thank you, Jeanette. Is it Ford? Thank you so much for the birthday greeting. Oh my goodness, you guys. Angela M64. Thank you very much. Oh, you all have got me. Oh, Delphine Lamini, thank you so much for the super sticker. You all got me really, really good tonight. Did you all discuss this before? Did you all have a discussion? Let me drink some more water. Oh my goodness. Oh, you all, I'm just so, more than anything else, I'm just so grateful for you all making this channel successful. That's like the best everything is that the channel has been successful and it exceeded any expectations that I could have possibly have had. And lastly, let me see here. I know it was another PayPal. Thank you very much, KB. Thank you for the PayPal, and yes, thank you very much for Carol Purdue. Happy birthday, Baron. Thank you so love. Is that LU? Thank you so much, Carol Purdue, and thank you for being here tonight. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my slides. Oh my goodness. I promise you guys, I'm so sorry. I'm at a loss for words. I was not expecting all of that tonight, but thank you all so much. Stacy Crenshaw, happy birthday, Baron. You know, I could barely let me clear my eyes because I'm just like, okay, let me clear my eyes. I could barely see now. Oh my goodness. Thank you all so much. Well, if anybody has ever said, I wonder what would shut him up, I think you all have. if you had ever wondered, if you had ever wondered, does he ever shut up? I am truly, truly at a loss for words. Um, oh, oh my goodness. All right. I'm sorry. There's my Vin. Okay. This is okay. I got two Venmos on the same night. There's my Venmo pal. Thank you so much for that. And what is it? Patricia Marcel, membership 27 months. I dropped in to wish you continued birthday blessings. Thank you for being such a dependable champion for the Sussex Squad community. Stay as marvelous as you are. God's bountiful blessing be yours today and always. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much, and thank you for everything. Um, and I always look at your comments. There's a few you guys that go the extra miles with your comments, and even if I don't always acknowledge them, um, that is another amazing part of our community is the comment section. I believe I speak for everybody when I say that everybody depends on the comment section to express what it is we're feeling, even if it's not about the Sussexes if it's about anything. And thank you so much for that. And thank you for being a member. Okay. All right. My face is literally sore. My face is sore. Okay, I'm gonna get to the slides then. I hope you guys enjoyed the Alexandra Grimaldi of Monaco video. Um, I have been meaning to do that one for a while, and of course, it is from the article in the Tatler. But he seems like such a well-rounded young man, and I know some of you guys have like reminded the community about his father, Albert, who I have dragged thoroughly for opening his mouth about the Sussexes. So I know a few of you guys perhaps didn't see the couple of occasions when I dragged him, but I did. I did because he had said something about the Sussexes and laundry in public, and knowing his story over the years, the ongoing smorgasbord of partners that he's had over the years, he's the one to talk, right? He has some nerves, speaking out against anyone. Um, but when it comes to something like that, it's something. Oh, thank you so much, Novi D. It's something about the tabloid media in particular where they love to get people on the record about anything that they think will be so embarrassing for the Sussexes. And they do that for other public people, other, famous, influential people. But when it comes to the Sussexes, it's almost as though there's a standing order from the tabloids that you have to get them on the record, and that the Prince of Monaco, this his Serene Highness, would fall for it. And I'm just like, why would you go there? This man is probably a billionaire. He doesn't need to try to do anything for his public image. He's a known commodity, and yet he would say something like that about the Sussexes. So I get sometimes they catch you off guard and everything, but of all people, Albert II, is it? He should have known better. But anyway, the oh gosh, what is her name? Coates. I forgot her first name already. But anyway, that is the air hostess from, and I think it was an airline from Africa that he had an affair with, and they are still seeing each other. And if you watch the video, then you know that on occasions she's actually gone out in place of his wife, who is an Olympic swimmer from, I think, was she from Zimbabwe or South Africa? But she's an Olympiad, and, she's blonde and everything. So, of course, he wanted to marry someone that he could impress the principality. But I think the true passion, and I hate to say this, no disrespect to his wife, but the passion seems to be for um, Alexandra's mother. That's where the passion seems to be. So, anyway, they have a very big blended family of stepbrothers and, oh gosh, stepbrothers and half brothers, half sisters, and so on and so forth. And Alexandra, his godmother, is actually Stephanie, Princess Stephanie of Monaco. So it all seems to stay in the family. And I think there was some other woman of African descent that he had no, not him, but actually another relative had a child with a biracial child. So unfortunately, Alexandre, or fortunately, will not qualify to be the um, crown prince or the ruler of Monaco because his parents were not married. Okay, his parents were not married. Now, one of the things I love about the article is how he said he has taken exception to people referring to him as illegitimate. He's like, that's not possible. My parents weren't married in the first place to anyone. So, and I'm glad he stands up for himself. So I'm going to look for some great things coming from him in the future. Let's see. Lisa Glaze, thank you so much for the super sticker. Baron, you are like the uncle we didn't know we needed. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. I've never heard that before, but thank you so much. Thank you. That's very nice. I've never heard that before, but I'll take it. And Coffee Bar, thank you for the super sticker. Beverly McCaskill says, Baron, I really enjoyed listening to you break down his life. There were so many things that I didn't know about him, and he is someone a parent should be very proud of. Yeah, I mean, he is going to work with his father. And also, I got to say that he must be so impressive to his father that you know and it's what Albert should do, but we know how life is, but it's really what Albert should do is to give him some kind of role within the family. Now Albert hasn't always been so brave. As a matter of fact, I believe at one time Albert had denied paternity, but eventually he came around, and now they I think it's going to work. I think all of this is going to work. There had been some really rough years for the Grimaldi family, even when Princess Grace was alive. And if you guys don't know, Prince Albert's mother, Princess Grace, was an Oscar winning actress from the 50s. And when she was touring Europe while she was making the movie, I think was it To Catch a Thief or whatever it was? Um, she met him. He fell in, I mean, and Rainier, Prince Rainier, if there's nothing else I'm sure of in life, Prince Rainier loved Princess Grace. That man sobbed and boo-hooed and carried on. And I may be wrong, but I don't remember that he ever had an affair while he was married to her. But he met Princess Grace and fell in love with Grace Kelly, this Irish American from Boston, was it? Her father was wealthy, a wealthy brick maker or something like that. And she became Hollywood royalty in no time. Very beautiful, very, very talented. I mean, it's not enough to say she was beautiful, but she was incredibly talented. Um, and I really, really loved her movies. And she came up through Hollywood very fast. I mean, she was what was she, 27 years old when she got an Oscar? She was young. Whatever it was, she was young when she got an Oscar, and she was just very good and a humanitarian, just a wonderful person. The world really mourned the loss of Princess Grace. I remember that from my youth when she died, and yeah, she was just incredible. And she also, tried to help Princess Diana as much as she could when they met for the first time. Um, and it wasn't long after that Princess Grace had died. So I think Diana got married in 81 and Princess Grace died, I think, like, what was it, 84, 83, 84. So, But yeah, she was just an incredible person. That's what I remember about her. And one of my favorite, you guys don't even get me started. Now, as the story goes, Princess Grace, oh, you guys, what have you done to me? Because I don't think I can tell this story without getting emotional, but let me do my best. Now, you guys have me like where everything is making me emotional. But Josephine Baker was at the famous New York Stork Club, and they would not serve her. And Grace Kelly, she was a kid. She was a kid. And so you could not expect this young, wide eyed actress to step outside of her comfort zone and confront the issue that was taking place. But she saw it. She saw it, and she could not forget what she saw. Now, Josephine Baker, I won't offend you guys by telling you, she was like considered the first black superstar. For a lot of people, she was the first black superstar. And so Josephine Baker was at the Stork Club, and they would not serve her. And she saw that. And years later, when Josephine Baker fell on hard times, it was Grace Kelly to the rescue. It says Josephine Baker and Grace Kelly, two American women born into different versions of the 20th century American story. Josephine Baker was born into poverty, but became tremendously successful dancer, singer, now most remembered as the woman who uh, danced the dance sauvage, which I think is French for savage dance, wearing nothing but a skirt of bananas in Paris in the 1920s. Grace Kelly had been born into a wealthy family, raised in convent schools, and became a Hollywood star, eventually marrying Prince Rainier III and becoming Her Serene Highness Princess Grace of Monaco. Their childhoods and early experiences could not have been more different, and show two starkly different realities of the 20th century. Despite coming from starkly different origins, fate brought them together one night in 1951 at the New York City famed Stork Club, and it marked the beginning of a lifetime of friendship. From St. Louis to Broadway, Josephine Baker, born Frida, what is it, Frida Josephine McDonald, was born in St. Louis, Missouri. Well, anyway, let me get to the meat of the story. Pivotal night at the Stork Club. On October 16, 1951, Josephine Baker arrived at the Stork Club, one of the Manhattan's most esteemed supper clubs at the time, eager to celebrate her final performance at the Roxy with the company of her friends. Grace, seated nearby, was a rising star in Hollywood, but not yet well known as Josephine Baker, and so seeing Josephine at the same restaurant must have been a thrill. However, while other tables around Josephine were quick to receive their steak and champagne, it was an hour before Josephine Baker would be served. Many accounts state that the club owner, Sherman Billingsley, actually asked, "Who let you in?" And was the root of this blatant, I'm sorry, and was the root of this blatant discrimination. Once Josephine realized what was happening, she went out to make a call by payphone to a friend at the NAACP about the insult. However, after seeing what had transpired, Grace Jones, Grace Jones, Grace stood up and joined Josephine, and the two of them, along with others, left the restaurant in protest. It was an important moment in history for obvious reasons, and it was also the beginning of their friendship. The following day, picket lines formed outside of the club in protest of Josephine's treatment. Josephine Baker filed charges of racism against the Historic Club, and the NAACP supported her by organizing more picket lines. And Walter Winchell, retribution. Josephine Baker was also particularly upset with famed gossip columnist Walter Winchell, who was there that evening holding court at table 50, saying he should have used his position to speak up for her and calling him, I'm saying she said he should have used his position, and she called him a racist and so on and so forth. So anyway, I'm gonna cut to the, let me see, Josephine Baker's luxurious life. Yeah, at the end of heaven. Okay, I'm trying to get to the part where oh, does that, I don't know if that's included in here, but anyway, but they were lifelong friends, and Grace Kelly actually helped out Josephine Baker on at least one more occasion. I think it was to do with when she was evicted from her home. So yeah, I don't want to spend a lot of time on this one, but yeah, I mean that was a lesson learned by Grace Kelly that night, and that friendship, that moment when Grace Kelly um, saw exactly what, and this is why for African Americans, for what Meghan has gone through in the UK, even if you're a white person in the US and you don't particularly care what happens to Black people, one thing is for sure, you don't want you, because of how politically active Black people in America have been, you don't want to be on the wrong side of that. Even Donald Trump has knows when to play down his racism. He knows when to play down his racism, because there are a lot of white people in this country that will call it out when they see it. Just like what's his name when he went to Australia? Um, oh gosh, why do I always forget his name? The one from New Orleans, Junior, whatever his name is. When he went to Australia and they came out doing the Jackson Five in blackface, and he's like, "This ain't cool." So it's it's very different, the racism here. If you're racist, you're just racist. But there's just certain situations, especially when it comes to Black women, you don't find a lot of white men that's going to go there. And there's been plenty of them that have lost their jobs because of it, have lost their jobs, even at some of the biggest corporations. Um, it's just something that is not a safe thing. And so Grace Kelly, being an American and just being who she is, instantly she understood the difference. And God bless her for that. I mean, that's why I say she was just an incredible person. So anyway, so thanks you all for letting me talk about that incident. Um, Yeah, Lorna Williams says, I've seen where Albert seems to support his children, which is a stark contrast to the royal family. Yeah, Albert, and this is one of the reasons why I say I don't want to just condemn people constantly for the one mistake that they've made. And speaking about the Sussexes, it was stupid, it was clumsy, but for what he's doing with his family, in contrast to some other people in this world, I have to give him credit for that. I have to give him credit. And not because this kid is biracial, not because his mother is Black, but just because it's the right thing to do. Thank you so much for your comment. Let me see. Yalibi, thank you for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here tonight. Uh, And Joya Moore, thank you for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here tonight. And while I'm on that, I know I got another PayPal. TJ, thank you very much. Happy birthday, Baron. May you have many more. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me see. Did I miss anybody? LP, thank you for the PayPal. Happy birthday, Baron. Thanks for what you do. I didn't read any of the other messages, but let me see. Have a lovely weekend. Many happy returns. Thank you, HP. And PP says, Happy birthday from PP. Happy birthday from PP. That doesn't sound weird at all, does it? I'm going to say it doesn't. Happy birthday from PP. There's nothing weird about that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Um, Receiving a let me stop before I get crazy. Now, JS, thank you so much for the Cash App, and thank you, SFW, for the Cash App. Okay, that was two bells. Okay. I'm so interested to see what you all have to say. Let me see. At the time, Grace Kelly was in love with Ole Cassini. Her father made her marry Grimaldi because of his status. Yeah, yeah. I would say that her father was a lot like Joseph P. Kennedy. And you guys got to understand that at the time, Joseph P. Kennedy and Grace Kelly's father, I forgot what his name was, but they were like second or third generation Irish, maybe second generation Irish. And when the Irish first came to the United States, they were, what does they call it? Persona non grata. They were considered the European, um, for lack of a better word, in words. They, no dogs, no this, no that, no Irish. And so for them to be able to become incredibly wealthy and politically influential, then of course, Joseph P. Kennedy, he knew that Jacqueline Kennedy was a very solid, well rounded debutante and that she would be good for the family, not to mention his political aspirations. And as for Grace Kelly's father, they did not particularly want her to be an actress, but if you are going to be an actress, then be the best you can be. And so when Rainier came around with his titles and stuff like that, then of course her father was like excited, because at least it wasn't, because people didn't respect actors back in those days. That was like saying I'm a model, and if you're a model, then people expect that you're doing other things. So, and still nowadays, some people feel that way about actors. So yeah, I could definitely see that her father would really push for that. And let's face it, Rainier wasn't much to look at, but that man loved that woman. That man loved that woman. And like Tyler Perry said about the Sussexes, if I can't have that, then I don't want anything. So it, whatever that's one thing that I know for sure. When I saw the grief, on, I'm not Albert, Rainier. When I saw the grief on Rainier's face, I remember that man was destroyed when his wife died. She was the best thing that could have ever happened to him. As a matter of fact, Grace Kelly really put Monaco on the map. If it wasn't for Grace Kelly, we probably wouldn't know much about Monaco. Monaco would probably be a lot less, but Grace Kelly gave that place the class, gave that place the identity that it never had. So, and Ole Cassini is a designer. In case you guys don't know, he's very famous for his for dressing Jacqueline Kennedy. Um, the Jackie Kennedy look, that was from Ole Cassini. Oh, you guys, I tell you, I I feel like I have been like through an emotional up and down, and I'm definitely I feel I feel what I feel. I don't have the words. I literally don't have the words. But thank you all so much for being here. The press was cruel to blame Stephanie. Yeah, they said that Grace Kelly actually that her mother had died young from a stroke, and that she likely had a stroke. And the tabloids were saying that they argued, and they even said that Stephanie was actually driving the car. And in case you guys don't know the story, the scene from the, was it To Catch a Thief? Was that the name of the movie? I know it was. Cary Grant was supposed to be a jewel thief or something like that, and Grace Kelly fell in love with the suspected jewel thief. And in the movie, there was a scene where she was driving around the mountains there by Monaco and everything, by the Riviera. And so when she died, it was kind of so, surreal that she would die pretty much in the same situation that that movie was famous for. And hairpin turns. That's the first time I ever heard hairpin turn, was when Grace Kelly died. I never heard hairpin turn before, but because of that, now I know what it is. I'm telling you, all of that is like baked in. It is etched into my memory from when she died. Let's see. Oh, oh, okay, yeah. Uh, okay, that's not for me, but all right. All right, so Joyce Yvette Davis, Joseph B. Kennedy was a bootlegger and stole money from Gloria Swanson, the big actress at the time. He was a crook of the highest order. Yeah, they said that he had ties to the mob. Yeah, he had ties to the mob. Yeah, Joseph B. Kennedy was incredibly ambitious, and he, like I said, I think there was that pressure as Irish Americans to try to create an image for your family. They had to do things to get to where they were, because the society did not favor the Irish. If you were Dutch descent or English or something like that, fine. But Irish, that the Irish and Italians, when they first came to the US, they really got some harsh treatment. And so eventually, by the sheer numbers of Irish people, and because the Irish could assimilate into white society, they became incredibly successful. But some of them, like Joseph P. Kennedy, had a stain of of climbing to the top that they were trying to compensate for. And so enters Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis with all of her superior breeding and such. And I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, she was very well educated. She was just the type of person that Jack Kennedy needed to give him a certain image. She knew how to. Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis could sit across the table from Queen Elizabeth or the Pope or anybody else and speak in several languages, having a good education. She could hold her own with the best of them. You want to talk art? Let's talk art. You want to talk history? Let's talk history. That's how she was. That's who she was. And having someone like that as a spouse. I mean, it wasn't so much that she was elevated by marrying Jack Kennedy. It was the other way around. She took that geeky um, stick figure and made a president out of him. Made a president out of him. That was something that people loved about him, was his wife. So thank you so much for your comment. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, that's not for me. Really? Huh. Okay. Yeah. It's so weird though, because of this article. I have gone like down memory lane with Grace Kelly again. Yeah. And by the way, Grace Kelly is, I'm sorry, not Grace Kelly, but Josephine Baker is buried in Monaco. They wanted, the French government wanted to move her body to is it the Pantheon? Which is, a chapel, a cathedral dedicated to the heroes of the French Empire. But her family said no. They wanted her to stay where she is. And so they took soil from her grave and put it in a coffin and put that into the Parthenon with the likes of Madame Curie and such. So, huh. Um, yeah, there you go. Wow, what a trip down memory lane, you guys. I thought, hey, Rohini, I saw you earlier and I forgot to say hi on this very, very chilly November night. Let's see here. Have a good night, everyone. See you all around the YouTube halls. Keep raining on Royal Sussex. Oh, thank you so much, VS. Um, and thank you again for the birthday greeting and for the birthday greeting. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, let me continue. Were we done with the other topic? I think so, right? Wicked man Joseph Kennedy did a lobotomy on his poor daughter and made her severely disabled. So heartbreaking. Yeah, did they institutionalized her, or she just was never seen in public again? I think she had like ADHD or something like that, and they were trying to, I guess, you know, control her. Well, they messed her up. They really messed her up. But yeah, and it was another time, that's back in those days. I mean, there were some people who had a lobotomy that, that were successful, but then there were some people that were just, oh, I even hate to think about the lobotomies. But yeah, they did not have pills. They have pills nowadays that could pretty much do the same thing, or should I say, give you the desired outcome. But back in those days, they did not have pills to do that. It wasn't until the 60s or the 70s that medication was a viable alternative from just putting people in the insane asylum. So yeah, that's the big difference nowadays, is how they were able to deal with things then, and now, with special eds, medications, behavior modifications and stuff. There's so much more that they can do for people. So let's see. What did I just see there? Happy birthday, Baron. Thank you, Elaine Roberts. Uh, yes, Little Mac. Yes, yes. Um, just think about how the Royals did those two girls they put in the institution. When people have money, when people have money, actually, not just people with money, but families back in the day, they used to institutionalize people all the time. They used to call it the snake pit. They would call it a snake pit because there were people that would soil themselves. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that right now, but yeah, that it was a different time, a very different time. Yeah, they were embarrassed. They would become embarrassed. Wow. That's what I say, that we learn so much from each other. We really do learn so much from each other. Okay, I'm going to go on to the Wellses. So, that peculiar looking gentleman right there, Prince William, actually was handsome at one point many years ago. People used to talk all the time about how much he looked like Diana. He seemed blessed with Spencer jeans. Then something shifted in his 20s, and the Windsor jeans began to consume the Spencer jeans. Nothing has ever been the same. I also think that William's inner evil seeps out onto his looks. That man is ashy, awkward, and full of rage. He also does not carry himself like a man who's comfortable with his own skin. Well, during William and Kate's day trip to Scotland on Thursday, William told a group of primary schoolers, guess his age. Their response was amazing. Well, you can see at the top, they thought he was 57. They thought he was 57. You all, I tried to find the video. I promise you, I tried to find the video and I couldn't. I could not find the video, but I did try to find it. And if I can, if I will play it for you another day. But they thought William to be a man of 57 years of age. Not 41, not 42, 57, not 57, 57, 57, 57. Poor William, Poe William, he's just so wrong. Yeah, poor William. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn on the troll spray. I forgot to turn on the troll spray. I better do that while I'm thinking about it. Okay, troll spray. Oh, and you all usually remind me too. I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm going to go back a week, of course. There we go. Troll spray engaged. That's better because we don't want anybody creeping in on our discussion with all that nonsense. So troll spray enacted, and now we can go back to running our business. All right, let me do that and put that to the side and get out of that. All right. Okay. And I told you guys I figured out what was wrong with my computer the other day. Glad I got that fixed. All right. And that. Okay. Capital. That is perfect. Luxury and trouble. Relief from FBI targeting came. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the FBI. Didn't they accuse Josephine Baker of being a communist or something like that? Okay, yeah, in the 60s, she was evicted. Princess Grace stepped in to help. In 1968, Josephine Baker's estate was foreclosed, seeing that her friend was in trouble. Princess Grace tried to smooth things over with her creditors. She was unsuccessful in saving her house, but ensured that Baker's children could be provided for by the Red Cross in a small principality. I'm sorry, in the small principality, and set her up with a villa just outside of Monaco. Yeah, set her up in a villa. How about that? Okay. So Black Queen says, Baron, the Kenyans, happy Niwapi means in Jamaican, what a what an what an ugly doopy means ghost in. When I saw that out the corner of my eye, I wasn't sure where this was going. I wasn't sure where this was going, but it's all good. I promise you, I wasn't sure where that was going. I'm like, what? I forgot about the Hoppy Niwapi. Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Black Queen. I am relieved. I'm just like, huh? Poor William. He couldn't help it. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth. Lynn E., happy birthday to an incredible podcaster. Your wisdom, passion, and dedication inspires us all. Wishing you a day filled with joy, surrounded by the love and admiration you truly deserve. Cheers to another year of making a difference. Lynn E., I am getting, what is that they call it? Imposter anxiety or something like that. Are you sure those words are for me? Excuse me. Thank you so much. Um, Thank you, and thank you for your constant support and views and likes and shares and otherwise. Thank you very much, and thank you for the super chat. But yeah, I appreciate it, but I'm not sure I know that person. Wisdom, passion, and dedication. Oh, Lynn E, don't make me get emotional. But thank you. I do appreciate it. But yeah, thank you. I'm like, who's that? I want to meet that person. But yes, thank you so much. And kids do say the darndest things, right? Let me see where else. Well, he does look 57 though. Mavis Batson, thank you. Thank you. Oh, ASB, happy birthday, Baron. Thank you for all you do and keep up the amazing work and daily laughs. Thank you, ASB, and thank you so much for being here tonight. And yeah, and thank you. Thank all of you because listen, being able to have a place to express certain things, right? That is, it helps me more than I have ever been able to put into words. I promise. Um, and that's why I always say it doesn't really seem like work because um, it's like anything else that you enjoy it, and that's what makes it so easy. And yeah, sometimes it is hard work, but it it doesn't feel like it because if you're enjoying it, then it just doesn't matter. But thank you so much for the super chat. Okay. Yes, 57. 57. Not 7, 57. 57. Poor William, he couldn't help it. He was born with a silver foot in his mouth. Now, this was from Kaiser at Celebici. There's got to be a video. And there was a video on the Royal Family channel that was deleted. And actually, they deleted two videos today. They added to and they deleted to. And I believe one of them that was deleted had to do with Camilla. And the other may vary because they will call and tell them to take something down. I think the other probably had something to do with that pensioner, William Wells. Okay. So Kaiser, all right here, Prince William told a group of children to guess his age. Why would he do that? Why would you do that? Why would you bring up age? That'd be like him saying, how many jelly beans are inside of this jar? How many bubble gums are inside of this bowl? How many hair follicles are on my head? How old do I look? You see what I'm saying? Either way, it's more than what the average person would ever be able to accurately respond. Let me see. Boo Boo Romero says 70. That's right, 70. 70. 70. 70 years old with that sourpuss. That is a sourpuss if I've ever seen one. And if you don't believe me, Google sourpuss and see what the definition is. Sourpuss. When you Google it, you may or may not find a picture of William, but you will definitely get an explanation that describes him. It is called the sourpuss. Sourpuss meaning. Okay. Sourpuss, a person who complains frequently or constantly looks unhappy, grump, grouch. Yeah, that's sourpuss. Sourpuss, a person that complains. Oh, wait, let me find a different one. Sourpuss, sour-faced person. It's a term that comes from the 1930s, I think. Old English slur, sharp and acidic to the taste, tart, acid. Anyway, that's what sour means. And puss, the face, but sometimes, especially, what is that slang? Especially when sour looking or ugly. 1890 slang from Irish puss, which means lips or mouth. Sourpuss. So that is where that comes from. It has to do with the expression on one's face. And of course, in the Oxford Dictionary, it says a person who is not cheerful or pleasant. William. William. All you have to do is say William. Let me see here. Okay. Yep, that describes William. Now, here's some good news. National newspaper circulation in September of 2023. Ready? The Metro, let me see, the monthly is flat, 0. But year on year, they are down by 5%. Daily Mail, their monthly distribution, they're down 2%. But their yearly distribution, they're down 17%. Mail on Sunday, 17%. Evening Standard, minus 25. As you can see, these publications are sliding down a slippery slope. And online, I don't know what their online figures are, but the actual print editions are sinking like a stone. Daily Mail is really taking it. Oh, Sunday People, minus 24. Daily Star Sunday, let me see. Sunday Express, minus 18. Daily Express, minus 20. Sunday Mirror, Yeah, I mean these publications are sinking like a stone. Let me see. A good day, uh, as any, for the table behind the claim that the male readership is down 17% for the year. Note that this is below the pandemic numbers that made them panic. 780K. They're just print. You say, uh huh. So, oh yeah. So they were 780K during the pandemic. Now it is 728,562. Okay. Well, and good riddance. Let's see. YM Droid, happy birthday. Will has offered you a coupon for pulled pork sandwich and the Werther's original. Kate has offered a lump, she says, is a pancake. Oh, I know what you're talking about too. Those mosquito bites. Those mosquito bites, I promise you, when they got in trouble for those topless photos, if they would have paid by weight or by measurement, if that was how they decided to pay out that claim, that lawsuit, I don't think they would have gotten as much money. I don't think mosquito bites deserve that type of payment. But thank you so much, YM Droid. Yeah, I mean, because at the time she was on the committee. And if you guys don't know what the committee is, ask one of your fellow squatties. But at the time, Kate was on a committee. She was on the committee, as we used to call it when I was a kid. Andrea, thank you so much. Happy birthday, Mr. Barron. May God bless you with many, many more. May you always bring laughter to us. I hope so. I hope so. It is the most fun, I promise. Oh, yeah, we're still trying to find that Rohini. We are still trying to find it. Maybe it's on the steps of the Westminster Abbey or something. Now, right here, what about the digital? Here's the world of September. Daily Mail down 5% digital for the month and 8% for the year. Okay, now that's really small, but I think I have a way to deal with that. Hold on a second. This is good news. This is very good news. Okay, so, oh my God, I can't see that either. Hold on. All right. The BBC is down 12% for the year, and month on month, 6%. MSN is down 15. Guys, these news agencies are really going down the drain. The Guardian, 14%. News Google, 20%. Let me see. New York Times, minus 8. I hate that. Let me see. People Magazine is up 2%. Now, wait a minute. People Magazine up 2%. Is that because they stopped dragging the Sussexes week after week? Huh? Maybe that's because they are actually being fairer with the Sussexes. Maybe that's why they're up. I think the others could take the lesson. Let me see. Where is the Daily Mail? I don't see the Daily Mail. I see the Independent is up, the Mirror down, Forbes up, CNBC. Let me see. Washington Post. Oh my goodness, they're down 25. Do you guys see the Daily Mail? I don't see. Oh, there it is. Daily Mail. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Yeah, just like it says, 5%. 5 and 8% month on month. Good. Good. Yeah. So you see that? You see that? These publications are losing money. And remember, I said that they were trying to get into the WhatsApp and the Snapchat and all that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter. They're still losing viewers, readers. They're losing. They are still losing, and I'm glad. Yeah, Brits may be tired of being lied to. Sure, absolutely. Uh, oh, really? What is it? Red Lady. What did I miss? Well, anyway, thank you in advance, Red Lady. Happy birthday. Hope you like your gift. Oh, did you, the wish list? Let me see. Now, I have no way of knowing until it's actually delivered. But if you did send something to the wish list, thank you very much in advance. Thank you. Okay. Ain't nobody got time for that. Oh, okay. I could take a hint. I could take a hint.
Nobody got time for that.
What's that?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that? Look at that big country gold tooth in her mouth. Big old country gold tooth.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But you know what? When she glams it up, she looks amazing. Have you guys seen those glamour photos of her? She looks amazing when they do those. She went to like some place and got all dialed up and everything. She's beautiful. Yeah, she's very beautiful. Thank you so much, Lydia, for the link. That is the link to the official Royal Sussex Amazon wish list, which, by the way, I did put Carmax on there. I did that today. I put some Carmax for my very ashy, very dry lips. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. And remember, there's no obligation to order anything from the Royal Sussex wish list. It's just something I get a kick out of. Meghan Markle's biographer, Omid Scobie, slams Buckingham Palace for allowing King Charles and Queen Camilla to walk on red carpet laid over soil in Kenya. Now, do you all remember yesterday that I mentioned that? I said that yesterday, didn't I? I said, I don't blame Charles and Camilla, but this is a bad look. It makes them look out of touch. I promise you, I said that yesterday. And the only reason why I'm reminding you is because I have a lot of respect for Omid Scobie as a journalist, and that he said the same thing. Well, it just makes me feel like I was onto something. So, but yeah, it didn't look right. And okay, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you from yesterday. Let me see here. Now, bear with me, you guys, because I'm only ever right about something twice a year. So I like to get as much out of it as I can. Because I may not be right about anything until Haley's Comet come back. So indulge me, would you? Because it ain't too often that I get anything right. And you know how it is when you finally get something right, you got to keep repeating it. You know what I mean? For that couple of times a year when you get something right, like they say, a broken clock is right at least twice a year. So just pretend like I'm a broken clock And if I get something right, I want all the credit for it. Uh, uh, what's that? Rohini says, CarMax, Baron, what kind of car you drive? A Ford Fiesta? Wait a minute. But that's what they call this, CarMax. CarMax, yeah. Okay, so CarMax and CarMax. Yeah, this is CarMax. Yeah, it's not like I rub a Ford Fiesta over my mouth. That sounds weird. But yeah, so take a look at the picture. Take a look at it. Listen, please look at that picture because I may not be right again for at least a month or so. So, since I finally got something right, now, if you take a look there, I know, take a look at that. So, here's the thing the soil is not damp or not wet or anything. I mean, it looks like it's pretty well packed. Camilla is wearing boots. She's not wearing stilettos or heels of any kind. So it looks so out of touch that they're walking across a red carpet, not just a tarp, not just anything, but a red carpet like they're going to a movie premiere, right? And then the steps for the Range Rover, and I'm sorry, that's a Toyota. It just looks very strange. It makes them look out of touch. And so Omid Scobie tweeted that Omid Scobie said, even if it was a choice made by the host, and it probably was, the optics of the king and queen walking on a red carpet to avoid soil at Nairobi National Park are pretty ridiculous and out of touch. A clued up palace aide could have easily asked for it to be removed. Exactly. That is what I was saying, is that even though I don't suspect it was their call, it looks dreadful. It looks dreadful. So, who was ever responsible for this, just like the person who put that carpet that Charles tripped over. And by the way, I told you guys I got in trouble for that video, didn't I? I got in trouble for that video. Not big trouble, but I had to take that out of the thing from yesterday because of the music. I was using that Dick Van Dyke music. You could still see it on the short, but on the other video, I wasn't allowed to do that. But I know, Lydia, wasn't that a fun video? I wish I could show it right now, but they would get me. So da 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 da. What? Boom, boom, boom. Oh boy. And it looks like that lady that's with him decided this is a good time to palm him on the bottom. And strangely, Camilla seemed to have no reaction whatsoever. Camilla's reaction was none at all. I know. Well, like I said, you guys can still watch the short. I don't think I have to take the short down. There seems to be a different rule for the shorts. So right here, let's see. Okay, where is that at? Oh, okay. I got it. It says here, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's favorite royal reporter, Omid Scobie, today criticized the decision to roll out the red carpet in Kenya for the King and Queen's state visit this week, claiming it made them look out of touch. Mr. Scobie, who has been friendly with the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and co-wrote their biography, Finding Freedom, shared an image of Charles and Camilla walking on red carpet and instead of mud in Nairobi National Park on Wednesday. Mr. Scobie claims it made the royals look pretty ridiculous, while he admitted it may not have been their decision. I mean, it may not be. It may not have been the decision of their. I'm sorry. It may have been the decision of their Kenyan host, not the royals. He insisted that Buckingham Palace aides could and should have stopped it. I agree. I agree. It's not the biggest deal in the world. And as much as I drag Charles and Camilla, I don't think they had anything to do with it. Let me see here. What is that about Wi-Fi? Beverly McCaskill, Baron, enjoy the rest of your day, month, year for your birthday. Many blessings to you. I have to turn in early. See you all. Let me see all of you beautiful squatties. Stay safe, hydrated, and no bad energy. Thank you, Beverly McCaskill. Thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Well, let me see. To be fair, Reba Henderson, anytime Camilla shows up, the temperature drops, the skies become cloudy. There's a noticeable breeze. You know what I'm saying? That's really something that happens whenever Camilla shows up. You could always tell when she's around. It's kind of like that movie Sixth Sense. If you could see your breath, then you know Camilla is near. Camilla is a one-woman ice age. Okay. So take a look here, and you can see the missteps that have been committed in the past. Like, for instance, William and Kate trying to shake hands with these kids through a chain link fence. Because there's a lack of representation, there was no one, especially a person of color, to say, you know, the optics are pretty bad, Your Highnesses. Perhaps we should go around to the other side, right? Or how about back when they went on their, what did they call it, Oceania tour, the tour of the South Pacific, and they allowed themselves to be carried. What would you call that? A dais or whatever that platform is. They allowed themselves to be carried. I know, Lady T, right? Hold on. I see dead people. Hello, this is the Daily Mail. Hello, is this the Daily Mail? Senior Royal here. Hello, is this the Daily Mail? Senior Royal here. No, you nincompoop. I said Senior Royal here. How dare you call me sir? I'm not a sir, I'm a ma'am. Wait, no, I'm your majesty. That's it. Hello. Is this Daily Mail? Your Majesty, Senior Royal here. No, I'm not. What's his name? Ernest Borgnine? No, I'm not Ernest Borgnine. How dare you call me Ernest Borgnine? This is a Senior Royal here, not Ernest Borgnine. Woo! Okay, so there was this incident. You know what, you all, I have had some rough times in my life, I promise you. But I have never had to look death in the face. Never, ever have I experienced looking death in the face. I'm sure most of us haven't, but if we have, something tells me, okay, I'm not going to go there. But anyway, um, oh, okay. Oh, okay, okay. I don't think there's any music for this, but good Lord, somebody is not a happy camper. What a big phony, huh? What a big phony. Okay. Oh, CR, thank you so much, CR, for the Venmo. Wow, another Venmo. Thank you so much for that. I never get Venmos. Happy birthday, Baron. Thank you so much for that. I know. I know. Oh my God. She's just so awkward. She's not even trying. Now, what about when she was dancing with that photographer guy? What was the name of that photographer? The one just, you know which one I'm talking about. When she was dancing with him, she was spinning and kicking in all directions. But here she's just like a big lump of clay. Big phony. Ooh, what a big phony. And what about that time? Do you all remember this?
Yes. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for coming.
There you are. So you really Mountain here?
Yeah, I am.
Yes. Great family. So how long did you teach us? So how long did you teach us?
Remember when that lady went to that thing and she didn't know she was going to have to sit next to Camilla?
So
Look
you've
at her
got
face.
lunchtime, yeah?
Yes.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for coming.
There you are. So you really Mountain here?
Yeah, I am.
Yes. Great family. So how long did you teach us? So how long did you teach us?
You all, you do not have to be an African descent woman to understand that look on her face. But she is not happy. She's not happy. You can tell when she starts shaking that head side to side, like if this monster reaches over me one more time, I'm going to snatch that peroxide hair out of her head. Don't you love her? Don't you love her? She is like my favorite person. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to put the sound up one more time.
So how long did you teach us? So how long did you teach us?
I love her. Let me see here. Harlem Girl, happy birthday, Baron. Thank you for all you do for the squad. Many blessings to you. Thank you so much. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Listen, y'all, I'm on my portable computer. I'm making myself a cup of coffee. Can you believe it? I should use this more often. I could take you all to the bathroom. I could make coffee. I could do all kind of stuff. John Garcia, I created a video Scorpio birthday greeting in the MP4 with music too. I hope you celebrate for days. We love you. Thank you, John Garcia. Thank you. Oh, John Garcia, and thank you for being a member all this time too. That is so. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let me get back over here. So yeah, that was Camilla's reaching out to the Commonwealth. My bed is calling. Good night, family. We'll watch the rest on replay. Thank you, Maggie Howe. Thank you. Oh, Joan Garcia, I was making coffee. This is so cool. I can make coffee and be on at the same time. I don't know why I haven't done this sooner. I don't know. But okay. You know what? It's kind of an echo over here. Let me grab my coffee and then I'll get out of this area. Oh, I need this coffee. I need it. So, what I was going to say is this lady has some type of agency or something that provides services for battered women or something like that. And okay. Now, I don't know this lady. But let's look at that video one more time. So I kind of think when she went there, she didn't know that she was going to have to sit with Camilla. It doesn't mean that she doesn't like Camilla, but you know how the royals like to kind of take advantage of situations and put you on camera and stuff like that. I just think she wasn't prepared for that day. So poor lady. But that look on her face. Look at her face. Look at her eyes. Woo! Those eyes say everything. Those eyes say everything. Yes, I know that look. As I was raised by African American women, I know that look. That ain't the look that you want to see. You know what I'm saying? That's the look right there. Oh yeah. Thank you so much. Joan, how will I see that? Do I have to go to my messages for that? Oh, B10 Pow. Hey, B10. Baron, happy birthday. Good health and happiness. Thank you very much, B10 Pow. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex for a long time. Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Dun, dun, dun. And if you threw a party invited everyone you knew. You would see the biggest gift will be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend." Dun, dun, dun. Thank you for being a friend, B10 Pal. Okay, let me see here. Oh, LH, is it? Thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you very much, LH. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Yes. Marvin, you speak for all of us. Beaton Pal, hello, my dear. Keep going strong, honey. When days are tough and rough, hold on. Hold your head up. My girl, it will get better slowly in good time. Love you. Absolutely. Marvin, you speak for all of us. Yeah. Thank again, B10. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Now, if you take a look here, you can see that the strain of the tour to, JF, thank you very much. Happy birthday, Baron. I hope you are enjoying your birthday weekend. I have been celebrating my birthday since Halloween. Let's see. I can't open up the rest of this, but thank you so much for that. And thank you for the PayPal. Thank you for the PayPal. Absolutely. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you, because B10, we're your family here, and we know that the times had taken a sharp turn, and we are here for you. Let me see here. AJ, thank you so much for the Cash App. It's okay. I can't see the message, but thank you so much, AJ, for the Cash App. And thank you for being here tonight. Yeah. I'm telling you guys, that is what makes the Sussex Squad so different from those other people. Those other people, they don't have a community like this. Those other people, they constantly fall out with each other over the royals, over the facts about this and that kind of thing. They don't talk about other stuff. They don't have any other purpose. Now, true, some of the derangers, they don't just hate on Meghan and Harry. They tend to be some pretty hard edge right wingers that go after anybody of color or any situation that So we have a good thing. We definitely have a good thing over here. And right here, thinking about a knighthood, David Beckham and Prince Harry are growing distant amid charity ambassador discussion with King Charles. Our palace confidential expert claims, meaning, of course, Richard Eden. There seems to be a distance growing between David Beckham and Prince Harry, according to the royal expert speaking in the latest episode of Palace Confidential. The Daily Mail diary editor Richard Eden discussed the idea that the closeness Prince Harry and Meghan Markle are believed to have once shared. Notice they said are believed to have once shared with the Beckhams is over. According to Richard, David Beckham is an old friend of Prince Harry, but there does seem to be a sort of distance coming between them. This is noted in spite of the two men being in America, with Harry living in California and David spending much of his time in the States as he is setting up a football team in Florida. Okay, so they are what, 2,000 miles apart? 3,000, 2,000 miles apart? Richard continues, despite this, they don't seem to see each other much these days. Okay. You all, I could have just not talked about this, but I wanted to. I don't know that they were that close to begin with. I don't know that they were that close to begin with. Because the Beckhams were invited to the Sussex wedding does not mean that there was any closeness, because Meghan actually wore one of Victoria's designs, this one, doesn't mean that they were that close to begin with. There's no reason to believe, there's no indication. Yeah, why? Why would Harry care about the Beckhams? David Beckham, the Beckhams, they have been accused of being social climbers. Now, I don't like to throw that around because I like the Beckhams. I like them. In a very generic way, I like the Beckhams. Yes, they are kind of ambitious about trying to fit into high society. Harry is moving in a different direction. Harry has aligned himself with everyday folks, right? With Hollywood people, producers. He's aligned himself with humanitarians, entrepreneurs. David Beckham is on a different path. David Beckham is definitely here to make money, but he also wants a knighthood. Harry's not trying to help anybody get a knighthood, and Harry himself doesn't need a knighthood. He's already a member of the family. There's nothing that he needs from David Beckham. That's the point. They don't have a lot in common. So I don't know why they keep pushing this aside from clicks. I don't know why they keep pushing this. It's just not important. The only people this story is important to is a grown man that spends his day gossiping about a family who would not break bread with him if you paid them. The royal family is not interested in Richard Eden. He's doing their bidding by reporting this nonsense. But as the thing said here, they are believed to have once have been close, but they were not. They were never that close. There's a lot of people that were at the Sussex wedding. They invited people that in some ways were in alignment with their values, right? They also invited people like a David Beckham, who's done a lot of charity work and such. But it doesn't mean that they were close. The people that are really important to Harry are not going to lose touch with him because they want a knighthood. And if that is the kind of person that David Beckham is, then he wasn't a friend in the first place. But Prince Harry is not going to give him a knighthood. That is going to come from Charles. And since Charles seems to keep ignoring him, it'll probably come from William someday. But they're going to make him jump through those hoops to get that knighthood. TB says the Beckhams is not that important. Why would a friendship with the Beckhams matter to the Sussexes? The Beckhams are not political or powerful people. Thank you, TB. Deb says, wow, tabloids are desperate for some news. If they are trying to link Prince Harry with the Beckhams, just to say the link is no longer there, makes no sense. Exactly. This does not make sense at all, except they just need something to talk about. But what's breathtaking to me is the ease in which someone like a Richard Eaton grifts off of these nonsense stories like that. He sits there, he's so smug. He is such a smug little, you know what, and he grifts off of this stuff all the time. Rochelle Baudreau says the Beckhams had a Netflix documentary. It didn't come close to Harry and Meghan's documentary. Thank you, Rochelle Baudreau. Exactly. It did not come close to it. And the books that are coming out are not going to compete with Harry. They might think they are, they hope they will, but they won't. As you can see, Britney Spears' book has already lost steam. There's not going to be people of note that are going to review Britney Spears' book. And by the way, I think it's a good book, but it's not in any way a comparison to Spare. It's just not. So, oh, these people are like you all said, they're desperate. They are so desperate, just to link anything to the Sussexes just for the clicks, just for the sake of it. But none of it makes any sense whatsoever. They're comparing apples to oranges, and it just has no bearing on what the Sussexes are doing. They're moving in different directions. Full stop. They are moving in different directions. They have very different goals. And so one has nothing to do with the other. The only thing that they have in common is that they're, very famous people, household names, whatever. That's it. That's where the similarities pick up and drop off. But they're moving in a different direction. David Beckham, I don't fault him for wanting to establish himself, but this doesn't mean anything, and they're just dragging it along, hoping to get something out of it, but that something is not coming. It's just not that important. But like I say, no hate. Best of luck to the Beckhams. I hope they get everything that they want out of their their I hate to say bootlicking, but out of their bootlicking. Okay, I shouldn't say that. But I just hope they get what they want, right? I hope they get what they want. I like them as a couple. I like the way they are with their kids and everything. I respect all of that stuff. But when it comes to these nonsensical comparisons, it doesn't hold any water. It's just uh, okay. Watch this one, just as a reminder.
The media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's sort of
Got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need
and
to
they
know.
called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family and the arguments between Meghan and Kate. And I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff, and you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this whole thing is being, the flames are being fanned by the media,
You've heard the phrase
view.
cottage industry. This is a palace industry. Yes.
Exactly. And that's it. The flames are being fanned by the media. Deborah Copeland, thank you so much for the happy birthday super sticker. And thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Antoinette Kennedy says Baron Beckham's documentary talked about how the media treated Beckham when he did something on the field that the British royal family won't give up. What a loser! Exactly, that British royal family won't give up what losers exactly. Um, Antoinette, I haven't watched the documentary, but everybody says it was good. And maybe one day I will sit down and watch it. I don't have it in for the Beckhams. I don't know a whole lot about them, but the few things that I've seen, okay, some things are kind of cheesy and desperate. And then other things I really admire about them. What I like that they're a power couple. I like that they are still together. I like all of that about them. I mean, I give them points for being together. But this whole thing about them not talking to the Sussex is just, I don't want either side to come out and say, oh, none of that is true. But I just hope it goes away. I hope that they'll still stop doing this because it's just a distraction. It's a very unnecessary distraction, and I don't like these distractions for the Sussexes. So anyway, thank you so much for your comment. Right here, Dan Wooten, the grotesque spectacle of the $15 million Vogue wedding for Brooklyn Beckham, a vapid offspring who struggles to make a bacon sandwich on TV in the middle of a cost of living crisis is everything wrong with modern celebrity. So let me see, isn't a celebrity chef the bloke struggles to prepare a bacon sandwich during a mortifying segment on NBC's Today Show. So the Beckhams have gone through some very similar abuse from the media, not based on race, of course. They haven't been called a race traitor, or they haven't been attacked for being non-white or being of mixed race, but they are attacked just because of their money, their privilege, their celebrity. Like right here, David Atherton says David Beckham arrives at the start of the queue at 2 p.m. I'm sorry, at 2 a.m. and takes him 12 hours to pay his respects to the Queen at Westminster Abbey. While Philip Schofield and Holly Willoughby, they get special treatment. So David Beckham, he shows up, he stands in line, and even though this is positive, there were some people that kept yelling, knighthood, knighthood, knighthood. He wants his knighthood. Whatever he's after, if that's important to David Beckham, I hope he gets everything he wants. I hope he gets everything he got coming. I really don't care. As long as they leave the Sussexes alone, that's all I care about. I don't care what's happening with the Beckhams. I mean, I don't want them to be unfairly treated by the press either, but the whole point of this is that they have gotten, good and bad press. Now, speaking of bad press, look at that hair. Look at that hair. So one of the squatties managed to go and do some detective work, and they have found that dreadful hair on the interweb. Yeah, they have managed to find that hair. I'm impressed that anybody was looking for it, let alone found it. I would be afraid to look for that hair for fear that it may wrap around my neck and try to pull me down to the floor. But somebody found it and shared that hair. So it is very likely or possible that that's a wig. I mean, it looks like it. Thank you, Francilia Mosley. The Beckhams have never said anything bad about Harry and Meghan. Thank you so much for reminding us about that. But yeah, that dreadful mop that she's wearing on her head. It reminds me of the movie Ghost. Odessa, Odessa, what happened to your head? What's wrong with your head, Odessa? Remember when the ghost had asked his wife, his widow, Odessa, what happened to her head? This is also one of those. Odessa, Odessa, what happened to your head, Odessa? Yeah, that that is that is like, well, as Legs has so aptly put it, it almost seems like Cousin It. She is definitely channeling Cousin It. And I do mean Cousin It. Definitely Cousin It. It's an unnecessary grab for attention. It really is. Instead of, I mean, it's just like, okay, some days you're wearing the right clothes, but then instead of having the right clothes, then you graduate and go get the wrong hair. Now, her hair may be thinning out. As Legs remind us in the past, she may have a habit that may have caused some hair loss, allegedly, maybe. Um, like maybe she brushes her hair too much. Wink, wink. Let's see here. Don't care. My hair. I care, cousin Kate. Thank you, Legs, and thank you so much for pointing out the cousin It. I would have never made that connection on my own, but like I said, it was Legs that reminded us exactly where that look comes from. So, and I believe in giving credit where credit is due. Connie Palmer! Hey, Connie Palmer, thank you so much for being here. Now my birthday is complete. Connie Palmer's in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Connie Palmer, Connie Palmer, Connie Palmer, Connie Bomber, Connie Bomber, Connie Bomber, Connie Bomber. All right, Connie Bomber is here. Now, you guys, cookies and cream, thank you so much for being here. It just gets better and better. So, Meghan Markle beats Princess Kate as most stylish royal, but there's a catch. Now, listen, you all, there ain't no flipping catch. The only reason why they're saying it's a catch is because they don't want to give a full throated compliment to, oh, thank you, Connie Balmer. They don't want to give a full throated compliment to the Duchess of Sussex. After reigning supreme in style stakes for so long, uncontested, it looks like Kate, Princess of Wales, Duchess of Cornwall, and Cambridge have finally been overtaken. Let me read that again, just in case you didn't miss that fecal matter that has been smeared across the Express. One more time. After reigning supreme in the style stakes for so long, uncontested, it looks like Kate, Princess of Wales, Duchess of Cornwall, and Cambridge has finally been overtaken. And just to try to rub it in, they say Princess of Wales, they want to remind you of that, Duchess of Cornwall, and Cambridge. This is such BS. Everybody knows, and I don't have to tell you all. Everybody knows. I know, Rochelle. I know it's a gut buster. It will literally make you laugh what they're trying to gaslight. And this is gaslighting. According to data from high street fashion retailer Karen Millen, Meghan Markle beats her sister in law to the post. In fact, the research, which looked at the most stylish celebrity, showed Meghan had 667% more search on Google with fans interested in her sartorial choice compared to Princess Kate. There were 2,306 monthly Google searches in Meghan's fashion choice versus Princess Kate. Moreover, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, Princess Meghan, is even more popular than American pop star Taylor Swift. Those clothing choices garnered 1,951 search queries a month. The research also looked at TikTok, with Meghan getting an average of 58.4 million views on videos related to fashion hashtags. Increasingly, though, Princess Kate beat Meghan on TikTok on more interesting, significantly higher at 384.1 million views on videos. Princess Kate also beat Meghan on Instagram with more fashion hashtags related to her than the ex-actress. However, it was Jennifer Lopez who came out on top on Instagram with the most number of fashion-related hashtags. You all, I'm not even going to bother because you all know that this is nonsense. I know it. You know it. Kensington Palace knows it. Everybody knows that this is BS. Meghan had trended for an entire month after the Invictus Games. Every time Meghan goes out, she trends. Now, one could make the argument that Meghan has not been seen as often as Kate has been publicly. But if you factor in the amount of exposure that Meghan has received for the limited public appearances that she's made in the past few years, there is no way that that's accurate. No way. So I'm just not buying it. Nice try, but I'm not buying it. Now, as you know, anytime something like this happens, we usually reach out to Kensington Palace.
Obviously, it'd be. I would love to have met her, and she's obviously she's an inspirational woman to look up to. Obviously, to this day, and going forward and things. It is. It's a wonderful family. The members who I've met have achieved a lot, and very inspirational. So yeah, I do.
Cousin Kate can't see past her extensions. Exactly. Thank you so much, Legs. This is just ridiculous. I'm not going to add anything else to it. I won't dignify it with any more of a response, but when Kate's style ever has been, when has Kate's style ever been uncontested? This is such BS. Exactly. And the few articles that I've seen, like when they talk about Kate's best fashion choices of 2022, it was laughable because the photos that they selected as the high point of Kate's year were laughable. That green dress in Boston and so on, it's been a mess, and everybody knows it. Kate can go out and buy the most expensive clothes that money can buy. She can do that, but it does not matter. It does not translate. Now, one of the sorry about that. One of the squatties made this collage. It's kind of tight, but let's see. According to new data from the high street fashion retailer Karen, okay, I read that already. But as you can see, sold out. Meghan wears a cardigan that trended. The Ralph Lauren shirts, the Ralph Lauren V-neck vest, all of that stuff trended like trended like crazy. Is that the right word? All of that stuff was trending like crazy. Meghan has made more of an impact, has sold more clothing for more retailers and more designers with her limited appearances than Kate has in the 20 years that she has been around that family. 20 years trying to break into the family, and 10 years of trying to get into the family, and then 10 years of being in the family. Kate has had a 20-year head start, and only now is she dressing like a real person. So I just don't buy it. It's nonsense. And I'm insulted by it. I am insulted that the ease in which they lie about stuff like that. Some days it just doesn't mean anything. And then other days I'm just like, wait a minute. Wait a flipping minute.
Meghan in a Valentino white. Compare, I hate to do this, but compare Meghan in a Valentino white, absolutely wowing the crowds, and dear Kate in that very staid 1940s Amelia Wickstead coat.
Oh, you're really winding me up now, yeah.
Well, I knew that would upset you, Richard, because I know you're more of a Middleton kind of girl and you like the sort of twin set and pearls 50s look. But all I'm saying is, who's speaking to the future generations, the younger generations? It's Meghan.
Hello, is Meghan. You darn right, is Meghan. Meghan is speaking to the younger generation. Meghan is the one that's relatable. And they just lie with such ease. You know, it's like there's a new campaign to try to sell this idea that Kate is all that. And she's just not. Kate is not the moment. Meghan is the moment. Meghan is the one that is the most influential royal in that entire family. Meghan is the most influential. And it does not bother Harry that Meghan is the moment. He loves his wife. He's proud of his wife, and he's unbothered by that. He does not feel a need to compete with her. Harry is comfortable in his own skin. He's his own person. He's a real man. I mean, if you had to describe him, Harry is a real man. Real men don't argue with women. Real men don't try to belittle a woman, especially because of their success. Real men don't do that. If you want to see a punk, that's a man that argues with a woman. Anytime I see that, I'm like, yeah, that's a punk. That's a punk.
A dress is never just a dress when you're a woman in the British royal family. Sometimes it's sartorial diplomacy, like Kate Middleton wearing Ireland's signature emerald green while sipping a Guinness in Belfast last week, or Meghan Markle choosing Australian designers like Karen G and Martin Grant for her 2018 royal tour robe. Other times it's for function. Queen Elizabeth is known to wear monochromatic Easter egg shades, so her subjects can see her in a dense crowd. But the royals are also experts in the exquisite art of revenge dressing, showing up to an event looking like pure fire, in an outfit so stunning and show-stopping, it elicits instant regret from any opposing party. Revenge dressing hinges on looking so good. It hurts anyone who dared to doubt you. See Brad Pitt's stopping time when he arrived at the recent Golden Globes in a Brioni tux and Ray-Bans, like a modern-day Cary Grant. The sheer Alexander Wang catsuit Bella Hadid wore to the Met Gala after splitting from The Weeknd in 2017. But no one quite pulls off the practice like the royals, who seldom grant interviews or otherwise speak in public, and rely on their clothes to send secret or not-so-secret messages. Over the past few days, Meghan's spate of bright, body-hugging, almost achingly glamorous looks during her and Harry's proverbial farewell tour are a masterclass in revenge dressing, except instead of an ex-boyfriend, the entity that should be sad to lose her is the British monarchy. Not since Princess Diana emerged in an iconic black, off-the-shoulder Christina Stambolian cocktail dress and pearl choker on the very same day in June 1994 when her ex-husband Prince Charles admitted on national television he'd cheated on her, has a royal woman in transition sent such a potent message, "You're going to miss me when I'm gone." In a crescendo of "see you later," Meghan saved the best dresses for last. The striking green Amelia Wickstead worn to Monday's Commonwealth Day service, her last ever event as a senior royal, elicited audible, near-erotic gasps from this writer. The swish of the cape called to mind Saturday night's electric red Safia, worn at Harry's side to the Mountbatten Festival of Music. It was the color of the carpet at Buckingham Palace, where she will no longer hang out with people who wear racist brooches. Another day, another triumph. On Thursday night, Meghan chose turquoise Victoria Beckham plus a bold berry lip for that magical under my umbrella Ella Ella moment with Harry, en route to the Endeavour Fund Awards. Somewhere Jessica Mulroney must be cheering. I fancy this fashion hot streak a most gracious dig at the British tabloid press, which seemed to skewer Meghan for sport. The dazzling, recent head-to-toe photos of her are the kind they would have loved to publish for years to come, perfect for garnering clicks and selling newspapers. If only they hadn't lobbed so much abuse her way. The Los Angeles Times' Meredith Blake likened it to the Pretty Woman scene when Julia Roberts returns to that snobby boutique in a snazzy suit, just to say, big mistake, huge. Showcasing their special brand of subtly sexy modern royal magic in recent days, Meghan and Harry also reminded the monarchy that it is losing two superstars who felt they had no choice but to step back. Meghan's farewell tour fashion was rife with sweet revenge messaging. As a senior royal, the Duchess favored black, navy, or a muted palette of buttery mauve and taupes. But in recent days, the colors turned unapologetically bold, like her critics never wanted her to be. It can't be a coincidence that Meghan opted for not one but two capes, whether for superheroine vibes, some credit her with rescuing Harry after all, or to symbolize the couple's flight. After being criticized for not wearing enough British designers, Markle notably took her bow wearing three, in Beckham, Safia, and Wickstead. And while Meghan's farewell looks were revenge dressing as its best, the Sussex's beaming smiles may have been the accessories that spoke the loudest. Neither looked like they regretted the decision to step back from royal life, no matter how much controversy and drama and opposition the choice provoked. They projected a united front right down to their coordinating colors. Harry's blue tie matched Meghan's Wickstead dress on Thursday night. The red Safia complemented his military dress on Saturday. Eagle Eyes pointed out that on Monday, the liner of Harry's suit blazer was like Meghan's Wickstead dress, a glorious green. They may no longer be senior royals as of later this month, but they still rule. That's it for now.
So that's it for now. Okay. So yeah, there you go. That was an article, by the way. I forgot which magazine it was, but that was from an article, and the writer wanted to celebrate that fashion moment. So you guys, like I said, the reason why I had to jump on that one is just because it was just so nonsensical. It made absolutely no sense. It took more nerves than what's that they used to say? Uh, More nerves than a brass, you know what, monkey to say something like that. If there's nothing else that a person could say about Megan, they cannot come for the way she dressed. The derangers do it all the time. The derangers do it all the time. They love to make fun of what Megan wears while they are trying to. And you know, I even heard one of them say that Megan was buying the the good articles about her clothing, as if that's possible. They said Megan was paying. Look at this old article right here. This is from 2018. Meghan Markle was the lone bright star. I'm sorry, the lone bright spot in a grim year of Google searches. Yeah, the lone bright spot in a year of grim Google searches. So that was an article that was in, oh God, what magazine was that? I think it was Vanity Fair. It was Vanity Fair. So smart people, intelligent, fair people. Oh, that was December 2018. Otherwise, the lists are mostly, let me see, death and bad actors, a year in searches. So, yeah, when it comes to a year of searching and Googling and such, Megan was the moment. 2018, the year of the wedding. Megan was the only really good news in terms of the internet. Now, of course, there has been the hate campaign to try to destroy Megan's character. But, you know, I guess if someone has risen up that high and they're part of that institution, the only thing that they could think of is that this person must be destroyed. Meghan Markle emerges as late Queen's only royal competition in UK. This is what, November 30th, 2022. Meghan Markle was the only other royal after the late Queen in the most Googled person in the UK list. Now, the Queen died to be number one. The Queen literally died. And Meghan upstaged the Queen at her own funeral. Meghan upstaged the Queen at the prayer service. I mean, it was just, as much as they tried to tear Meghan down, it only reminded people of how fantastic she is. Meghan Markle is proving to be the only royal competition to the late Queen in the UK's most searched person on Google list for the year 2022. As per Express UK, ain't it the same Express that just told that lie? As for the Express UK, the Queen, who passed away this year in September, was the most popular person on Google search in the UK in 2022, according to a list compiled by Celeb Tatler, that no other royal managed to crack except for the Duchess of Sussex. And then if you take a look over here, Meghan Markle, Queen Elizabeth II, pulled in 4.7 million Google searches a month and has had 18.7 billion TikTok views. Okay, so there you go. Meghan Markle ranked more influential royal than King Charles III. So yeah, the Queen died and just barely squeaked past Meghan's popularity. Remember, the guy said Prince Harry, Meghan, and the rest of the royals. Remember that? Or what about when they went to Balmoral, when the family raced to Balmoral? The first jet that landed, even one of the British news agencies said, well, that appears to be the jet that Harry and Meghan have just arrived here. But it wasn't Harry and Meghan. It was the rest of the family. But the only thing that mattered in that moment, the only thing that they cared about was that Harry and Meghan were going to rush to the Queen's side. What does that tell you? What does that say? It speaks volumes as far as I'm concerned. Now this is fun. This is fun. Keep calm. Ginger is the spice of life. This is an old photo, but I've never seen it before. I just found this today. But keep calm. Ginger is the spice of life. I love that. Let's see. Anita Nelson says, hip, hip, hooray. Royal Baron's channel is all that and more. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Anita. And thank you so much for watching tonight. Nafisa Shabazz. I haven't seen you on here for a while. Anyway, hello. I see, let me see. I don't know where you are, but I see someone mentioned your name. So thank you so much for being here. Okay. Now, King Charles' deep regret for colonial atrocities was a miss, Kenyans say. Rights group repeat calls for apology while President William Ruto says much remains to be done to achieve full reparations. If you watch the colonial documentaries, your blood boils. For us, King Charles is the representation of when our ancestors experienced that shame and humiliation in their own land. So for him not to say, I apologize, it pains me. And that is from Wanjira. So there are people that are still waiting for an apology. Nathalando says haters of Meghan and Harry are in fact displaying self-hate and having low self-esteem. Why would you wake up each and every day, that is, wake up with all that hate in their hearts? Yeah, exactly. They say more about themselves than what they try to portray about the Sussexes. Oh, thank you, Anita. Thank you. I love you guys very, very much. And thank you all for supporting Royal Sussex. Thank you all for supporting Royal Sussex. Now, I love this. Misan Harriman. As you all know, Misan Harriman, he's not new to this. He's true to this. And Misan actually went out and he marched today. Now, I have a sound bite. I want to play it for you all. Let me play the sound bite. Okay, I hope I have it. Okay, I don't have it. I thought I saved it, but I did not. Well, anyway, let me see what it says there. At night, children sit in the dark, wondering if they will live to see the morning. This afternoon, our ambassador, Misan Harriman, shared a testimony from our staff member in Gaza at the candlelight vigil describing the nightmare that families are living through. So he read from someone who is experiencing all of the hardships of what's happening in Gaza. I mean, people dying around you, no sanitation, no medicine, no food, very little water. And this person read about the anguish that they felt every day, wondering if they will be able to protect their families, if they will live to see the next day. And so God bless Misan Harriman for actually going out there and marching, because there are a lot of people that are losing their livelihoods. They're losing their careers because they're taking a stand. And I know there's a lot of people in the Sussex squad that feel as though certain people are not doing enough, and that, you know, more should be done. But we all have to survive this time that we're in. And as an African American, I could never judge my ancestors for surviving. My ancestors doing what it took to survive is the reason why I'm here today. And there's a lot of people. I remember when Roots was on ABC. Remember when Roots, the miniseries, was on? And there was all these people who loved to say, "Oh, I could have never been a slave. That had never been me." Well, maybe it wouldn't have been you. And maybe you wouldn't have had any ancestors to survive you, because you wouldn't be here. You would not have survived it. But for those who suffered through the hardship, they're the reasons why a lot of us are here today. So I don't stand in judgment of people easily, because if nothing else, I know that I'm a human being first, and I have all the frailties and vulnerabilities that any other human being would have. And when I hear people, shaking their fist and pounding their chest and talking about what they would and would not do and how tough they are, all I can say is, I hope that I can be that person. But if I'm not, that's okay too. That I'm the best possible person that I can be, with all the talents, with all the wit, and all of the, I suppose, character, God-given character and talent. If I can be that best person, my own person, and survive certain things, that is the most important thing, is getting home to your family safe at night, not jumping out of your car at a stoplight because of road rage, not arguing over little things. Your family would rather you be there than not. So Misan Harriman, it has, stepped out and stepped forward, and he has spoken the words of someone who the Western media may have been ignoring, or that we would never hear from otherwise. And right now, for me, Misan Harriman is heads and shoulders above so many people in this world. But that's his calling. And for some people, their calling is keep quiet, move slowly, be stealth, be deliberate, because there's other things that you need to do. And so I don't think any more or less of the people that are holding still until things are better. But we have to survive this moment. I do, you do. I love the people who have been marching. I love the people that have been donating. I love the people that are sitting still and being patient until the time is right. It's not the appointed time, it's the anointed time. Okay? One more time. It's not the appointed time, it's the anointed time. Your timing has to be the anointed time. Only fools rush in. Only fools rush in. So that's what I have to say about that. So anyway, thank you, Misan Harriman, for using your voice, for giving voice to someone who, may or may not even be here anymore. That person may survive all of this, or that person may have lost his family, or maybe they lost him, or maybe they're all gone. I hope not, but God bless Misan Harriman. So yeah. Let's see. I cried over Roots. I taught Black history, and it hurts me to hear the tragedy that African Americans went through on the slave trade. Let's see, and on the slave ships, heartbreaking. Yeah, Anita, the details of it is gut wrenching, and it is a Holocaust. It was a crime against humanity. For every person that made it across the ocean, X amount of people were just tossed into the sea. And for the people that were tossed into the sea, our job is to survive and thrive and tell their stories. That's what our job is to tell their stories. We survive not only so that we could thrive, not only so that we can have families and such, but we also survive to do exactly what Misan Harriman has just done, to give voice to the voiceless, to help them tell their story. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. When you know better, you do better. Thank you, Sussex Team Warrior. When someone shows you who they are, believe them. Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, Netherlando, I don't know what it's going to take, but there are some real heroes. There's some real heroes, and Misan Harriman is definitely one of them. Misan Harriman spends a lot of time using his camera and using his voice to help tell other people's stories. He's been blessed in ways that I couldn't even calculate, but yet he hasn't forgot about the unsung heroes and about the victims that have no voice. He has not forgotten about them, so I applaud him for that. Oh, thank you, Black Queen. Geraldine Terry says, Baron, I'd like to wish you a blessed and very happy birthday. You have say goodnight. I'm sorry. I'll have to say goodnight and to all the. Thank you so much, Geraldine Terry. Kay Costello, 20. Oh, it's 26. How is that possible? Happy birthday. May your life be full of blessings. Thank you very much, Kay Costello. And Ladyfoot, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you so much for being here tonight. Okay. Oh, that's for someone else. Sorry about that. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So this is the next slide. If you would like to send anything to Royal Sussex, that is a business address right there. You could address it to Royal Sussex at 1440 West Taylor Street, number 523 or hashtag 523. Very important. Chicago, Illinois 60607. Now, I don't live there. That is a business address. And it's kind of far from me. So I only go there maybe once a week or twice a month. I get a, what do you call it, notification when something has been delivered. I even get a picture of it so I can know what it looks like. But that is the business address. So if you need it for any reason, there it is. Okay. It's really odd. Kate has no one, not a single person, who can tell her she needs to fix her wig because it's slipping before she goes to public engagement. That's actually pretty shocking, right? Her little party hat is slipping. Now, here's some great news for the Sussexes. We are thrilled that Harry and Meghan. I am Vanessa Gillian. Is it Gillian? Gillen? And Take Care of Maya and have been nominated. Oh, I'm sorry. That's the titles, isn't it? We are thrilled that Harry and Meghan, I am Vanessa Gillen, and Take Care of Maya have been nominated for the 2024 Real Screen Awards. You can find all three of these amazing projects on Netflix. The Real Screen is unveiling the 87 nominees selected for the 2024 Real Screen Awards, recognizing outstanding content from around the world in the industry's global celebration of excellence in nonfiction and unscripted, etc., etc. Now, there seemed to be a registration or a paywall in order to finish that article, and I don't have either, so I left it there. But anyway, they have been nominated for Harry and Meghan documentary or docu-series. So good news for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Real Screen Awards 2024. There we go. 2024 nominees, nonfiction, history, and biography. Harry and Meghan Production Company, a story syndicate production in association with Archwell Production, in association with Diamond Docs, produced for Netflix. Very cool. Yes, remember, Harry and Meghan are executive producers, not just producers, but executive producers. Now, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry fuming over William and Kate's A-list connection. Okay, you all, here we go again. To get the ball rolling, William, the heir to the throne, I love how the Express likes to throw that around. Here we go. The heir to the throne in September flew to New York City to find trailblazing climate solutions to repair the planet by 2030. That's right. William went to Hudson Bay and dug around for oysters looking like somebody's granddaddy. And that is supposed to solve climate change, right? William stood out there looking like he was doing a cranberry commercial, an Ocean Spray cranberry commercial. And that was supposed to be what saves the planet. is William standing out there shucking oysters, dressed up like he's in the Ocean Spray Cranberry commercial. Now, William and Kate are reportedly looking to get their celebrity pals, including Tom Cruise, Taylor Swift, and Tom Hanks, on board with the project. Did you all know that Tom Cruise, Taylor Swift, and Tom Hanks are close friends and confidants of Will and Kate? Did you all know that? Because this is the first I've heard it. Now, I remember when, Tom Cruise had helped a very elderly looking lady in a black dress with a white band across it. I remember when he helped that old lady up the steps, but I didn't know they were close. Everyone wants to be around them. Everyone wants to be around them. Remember that, a source said of the Welleses, the global interest and intrigue in the British royal family means that they are guaranteed crowds whenever they go and whatever they do. William reportedly submitted an application to the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office on May 12th to trademark Royal Family Foundation of the Prince and Princess of Wales. Barr said William and Kate could instantly be injected into the kind of high society connections and opportunities that even top-level A-lister celebrities like Meghan, top-level A-list celebrities like Meghan and Harry could be jealous of. Oh, I thought they were calling Meghan and Harry A-listers. Well, anyway, you only have to watch their every interaction to see Kate and William are clearly super competitive. And if you combine the royal publicity machine in full swing, you can see much getting in. You can't see much getting in there. You can't see much getting in there. The Post has reached out to reps for the Sussexes and Kensington Palace for comment. Well, I don't know if they spoke to anyone for the Sussexes, but I do know that they reached out to Kensington Palace. I do know that.
Obviously, it'd be. I would love to have met her, and she's obviously she's an inspirational woman to look up to. Obviously, to this day, and going forward and things. It is. It's a wonderful family. The members who I've met have achieved a lot, and very inspirational. So, yeah, I do.
Well, in spite of all of that, Kate and William were not invited to the billionaire balcony at the Beyonce concert, which included Jeff Bezos, among others, Tyler Perry, all of those people, Kerry Washington. It seems to me that it's the other way around. There's a lot of people that are anxious to meet the Sussexes that don't know what to say to the Sussexes, that want to be as cordial as possible to the Sussexes. NBC cut back on the coverage of William and Kate's wedding before the wedding took place. They cut back because there was a lack of interest. Now they want us to believe that there are people falling over themselves trying to get to Kate and William. That's just not true. It's just not true. Oh, Obi, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Yeah, it's a lie, a bald-faced lie. And the ease in which they tell these lies is shocking. I'm actually shocked. I'm shocked. I'm not surprised, but it's just the desperation of it. How many times have you seen articles like this about the Sussexes? A new royal era begins. The new king and queen, king and queen. What else? Kate prepares to be queen. All of this preparation, all of this rearranging of the deck chairs on the Titanic. You know how they say it's like rearranging the chairs on the Titanic? The boat is still going to sink. Just call me Harry. And what happens? Just call me William. William, I'll end royal era of never explained. They're always changing to try to suit the moment, to fit. Remaking the royal family, Kate and William under pressure. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. All of this is to try to pacify William and Kate to make it seem like they have a chance to win over the Americans. And it's just not true. William is still chasing after Prince Harry. William wants to be Prince Harry. William will not rest until people give him the respect and celebrate him like they have always celebrated Prince Harry. And it's just not going to happen. So, oh, okay. King size cake, just one of the many creations at the Cake International something in Birmingham this week. His Majesty head was made out of Rice Krispies and marshmallows. Well, that explains the look on his face. His Majesty's head. Wait, is this about the cake or are they talking about the cake? His Majesty's head was made out of Rice Krispies and marshmallows, and his face the result of modeling chocolate? Much of the 2,500 zodiac crystals, including giant rubies and sapphire crystals, were used for the crown, which took cake artist Emma Jane 5 days to put together. There is also a life-size figure of Birmingham rock star Ozzy Osbourne. Oh, okay. Now, you know what? I wonder if the cake made to look like Ozzy Osbourne, I wonder if it drools and leers at you like the real Ozzy Osbourne. Does it drool? If it's drooling, then, then I know it's the real Ozzy, which, by the way, he was doing that 40 years ago. Let me see. It's expected to welcome thousands of cake lovers with hundreds of different designs at the event taking place until Sunday. So, yeah. Now, I think that yeah, Black Queen, he ain't feeling no pain. I don't blame him. This is a rough world. He ain't feeling no pain. So, yeah, I guess the best line of today, and you know what? The last word of the day, I already know what it's going to be, but I'll get back to that. So you could take a close look at the king's head. Wow. I wonder what the ears are made of. The ears are probably made out of tortilla shells? Maybe they use tortilla shells to make the ears. Okay. Now, here's an illustration with which fate for Charles III. Charles I lost the monarchy and his head. Charles II restored the monarchy. What's going to happen to Charles III? Well, if it's anything like that cake, oh, they're going to have a protest. Let me see. Armistice Day Palestinian protests disrespectful. So Prime Minister complains cenotaph could be desecrated, but Met and organizers say anti-war rally will avoid Whitehall. Yeah. And then over here it says pro-Palestinian rally set to go ahead on Remembrance Day. So Remembrance Day, whatever day that is, they're planning a big peace rally, right? So it's going to be interesting that day. Obviously, the police do not want the crowds out there. So if you are going to be in central London on that day, please be careful. I'm just saying, please be careful because things may get out of hand. So if you're in that area, just be very careful because things may get completely out of hand. And so this is my favorite photo from the week so far is the Queen Consort looking deeply, and I do mean deeply disturbed. That is like my favorite image of the week. And check it out. That is the airplane, take it, the 757, whatever it is. No, I think it's like whatever it is. That's the plane just taking Camilla and the rest of them back to Narnia. And notice that there is an obstruction, like a big giant bow obstruction. Check out that big lump of hunk of loving. There is Jobo clogging the stairway. I wonder if a sensor went off alerting people that there's too many people on the stairway. I wonder. By the way, KC, thank you so much for the happy birthday and many blessings. Thank you for the Cash App. So yeah, there's a big giant obstruction, and it looks like they're carrying their CPAP in their bag. Either that big bag is either a CPAP machine or his lunch, one or the other. But yeah, there is a big bowel obstruction, a big wart on the face of humanity, and is called Robert Jobson. So Robert Jobson is struggling and panting and grunting, trying to get up those steps. So he huffed and puffed and tore the steps down. Connie Balmer, thank you so much for the super chat. Happy birthday, Baron. Thank you for all the work. Yes, Connie Balmer, and thank you for being so charming and thoughtful and being here every day and supporting all of these Sussex friendly spaces. I cannot tell you how impressed I am that you and Black Queen and Susie Q and so many other people, Lydia Washington, Anastasia, you all are in those spaces supporting these channels. And that is very thoughtful because all of you all that have gone from channel to channel, as you know, I never make this about myself. This is a community. And I always promote the other content creators, some more than others, but mostly because I only watch a certain few, but you all have gone that extra mile by supporting all these content creators. And by doing so, you have helped to cultivate and make this community much bigger. And right now, there are people that are by themselves that need this community, that looks forward to this community, people that just so happen to care about the Sussexes and their mission, people who care about a lot of things that we care about, people who like to teach and learn and share. And you all are helping to make this community grow. So thank you so much. Okay. Is that Rebecca? Oh, it sure is. Uh-oh. That's Rebecca. Are you done with that English? You mean to tell me that's Rebecca? Are there any seconds English? Really? Hold on. Are you trying to tell me that that is Rebecca? Anyway, I think you get the message. Well, thank you. I didn't recognize her. I mean, I saw those okay, let me stop. But I'm so bad. I'm so bad. But I had no idea that that was Rebecca. Is there enough for everyone English? Thank you so much for telling me that, because I had no idea. So that's Robert. I'll have 2 Happy Meals and a Diet Coke, Jobson. And Rebecca, were there any more Cheddar Bay biscuits? Rebecca, is there any more Cheddar Bay biscuits? English. Okay. Okay. Cookies and Cream. Are you a fan of the old Honeymooners? Do you guys remember the Honeymooners? When Ralph Cramden had found that counterfeit money and he went out and bought all that stuff. And Alice was like, well, anyway, when they found out that it was counterfeit money and everything, and the police, realized that he didn't do it on purpose. They had bought all that stuff, got a phone, a television, all the things that they were missing. And Alice said, Ralph, all this stuff is going to have to go back, right? Yeah, I know. Except for the clothes. And when she said, except for the clothes, he just kind of looked at her. He said, what do you mean? Yeah, all of this stuff is going to have to go back, Ralph, except for the clothes. You see, Wiedemeyer's department store doesn't know any elephants that need a new wardrobe. Do you know, I have seen that episode of The Honeymooners 1,000,000 times, and that still destroys me every time I hear her say that. Ralph, all this stuff is going to have to go back, right? Except for the clothes. You see, Wiedemeyer's department store doesn't know any elephants that need a new wardrobe. Oh, thank you so much. What is it, Emanucci? Thank you so much. Or how about that time? How about the time when Ralph was the janitor? Remember when he worked as the maintenance man for the building? And Ralph Cramden say, Alice said, Ralph, how are you going to drive a bus and work in this building every day? She said, you're barely making it to work. How are you going to drive a bus and do work around the building. Well, don't worry, I got a system, he said. He said, plus we can use some extra money around here. He said, and another thing, if I'm doing extra work, that ought to help me keep my weight down. She said, keep your weight down. Keep your weight down. Don't you need something to help you hold it up? Oh. And the mother-in-law, I loved his mother-in-law. When he found that counterfeit money, he had put that case up on the table. She said, what's that? Your lunchbox? And he said, no, it's just something somebody left on the bus. She said, well, what is it? He said, I don't know. He said, but it couldn't be anything of value. Otherwise, they would have claimed it. She said, it couldn't have been anything of value. Otherwise, you wouldn't have found it. Oh, okay. You all, I did not mean to be on here for over 3 hours. I cannot believe how much time has gone by. Okay, let me keep this moving. I'm almost done, by the way. Let me see here. Yeah, poor Jobo got to walk up all them steps. The Royal Family Channel, my sweet moment, Queen Camilla joined traditional. The sweet moment, Queen Camilla joined traditional Kenyan dance. Well, I already showed you the video of her dancing, but it looks like they deleted another video of her dancing. I don't know what it was, but they deleted it. And so I am going to close tonight by offering the Prince and Princess of Wales something that they deserve. And of course, once again, I'm going to offer them a slice of pie from Minnie. This pie is for the Prince and Princess of Wales. Sure enough. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for a fantastic birthday. Thank you all for bringing me to tears today. I don't have the words, but I do so much appreciate each and every one of you. And our last word for today, you already know what it is. Our last word for today is His Majesty's head was made out of Rice Krispies and marshmallows. His face is the result of modeling chocolate. Also, I heard Sherry and Sade mention, I think she said it looked like Charles has been wearing that raspberry or strawberry lip gloss, which is frightening. Charles has been wearing some type of lip gloss because every time I see him, his mouth just looks so sloppy and wrong and nasty. I cannot stand whatever that is he's been putting on his mouth. I mean, it looks bad. It looks strange. And I wish he'd stop doing it. And obviously, whatever it is, it has caused the glare. And sometimes he loses track of where he's stepping because that's how he nearly fell when he was trying to lay that wreath. You see what I'm saying? He got all that lip gloss and the shine probably blinded him. Yeah, Compton Cali girl, he's been wearing some rouge or something, but it's getting out of hand now. Yeah, he's got to stop doing that. Whatever that is he's putting on his mouth. I mean, for some reason, when I saw that on the video about Meghan's, raspberry or wine, whatever they said about her lipstick, I'm like, maybe that's what Charles has been using. Maybe. Yeah, his mouth has been looking kind of funny because, I mean, look at his mouth. Look at his mouth. What is that on his lips? What is that? Whatever it is kind of strange. And I noticed that the older Charles gets, the older Princess Anne gets, them lips are just poking out, ain't they? Their mouth just started poking out, especially Charles. Well, no, I think Anne the worst. Anne, I'm telling you, Anne got a little African DNA in there. Yep, that's my sister. You know, sometimes that DNA might skip a generation. See what I mean? See what I mean? Come on, Ann. Yeah. My sister, Sister Ann. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. Love you guys. We've had our last word of the day. And of course, as always, our queens, our queen in heaven, our queen of everything. And of course, the people that brought us all together, the Sussexes. Someday, someday. All right. I love that photo right there. Ooh, ooh. Afro Annie. Okay. All right, you all. I'm getting kind of hungry too again. Good night, everybody. Happy birthday, Baron. Thank you so much. Mary H., thank you for being here. Thank you, Marshard, Terry H., Netherlando, Niandini, April May, Black Queen, Connie Balmer. Oof. This shoulder has been bothering me. I got to get my heating pad on it. Yeah, this shoulder has been kicking my behind. Ooh, that hurts. All right. Oh, Black Queen, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You all bring out the best in me. I promise you. You all have brought out the best in me. And anytime, and I mean this, anytime that I'm planning, you know, I sometimes I just say, well, what if I don't do any slides or that's just never an option. No matter how long it takes, I always want to do the best that I can. And it's because that's what you all deserve. That is what you deserve. And for me, the true reward is that I get a chance to be creative and to stretch myself and to do stuff like the videos that I have. I told you how much I love to edit videos. And I said, when I get my computer right, I am going to do more edited videos. And I have, and I will continue to do that because that's like my first love. So um, I haven't, I think next year I'm going to try to get some more software where I could really do some more, you know, stuff because right now I'm still using some very primitive software for my computer. From the computer, I haven't like purchased any movie making software, so that may be in the works for next year, and that would be something fun to, you know, to experiment with. Thank you, Marshar. Rohini is 1 a.m. Oh, wait. Yeah, we're still here. We're still here. I didn't mean to be on this long, but I'm finna get off of here. I'm finna go. I'm fixing to go. All right, you all. Thank you. Love you very much. And I will see you all tomorrow. Time to cue the ginger. No, let's do Once Upon a Time, shall we? Let's do Once Upon a Time. My favorite, Once Upon a Time.